How do some of these people have a career in Formula One? Welcome to my F1 channel. My name is Peter, in pole position to talk about the worst three drivers of the French Grand Prix. In third place, you know what, this week is going to be a team special because in third place I'm going to kick things off with Alpine. That is correct. Do you want to know why? In fact, forget Alpine, you're Renault for this segment. I'll tell you what, why every season does it take you forever to get this car going? Give Fernando Alonso a car, give Esteban Ocon a car, come on. Every single season, that Renault is always slow to start. It finishes well, and then we start a new season like they just forgot how they ended things last year. Guys, get it together. I'm sick to death of seeing Renault take their time when they should be further down the grid. You can't be giving such saucy names like Alpine and you're producing this. No. You're called Renault for the time being. Until you get your act together, I'll move it over to Alpine. Somehow Fernando Alonso, and I say somehow, this is a two-time world champion, one of the world-class drivers of the century. This guy got this car up into P8 when he started in P9, but boy, he struggled. When I saw those McLarens, dunking on him like this is the NBA playoff finals, it was unbelievable scenes. But Alpine, get it together because you may never have an Alonso again, and you're going to cost Ocon a career in Formula One because you think he's a bad driver when his car is absolute shower of garbage. I'm getting bored of this slow start, good finish. Like, come on, let's just be consistent throughout. Let's do something. Number 2, the second worst team of the weekend, Ferrari. Talk to me, no points this weekend? Both cars finishing outside of the top 10 when both cars started in the top 10? I think even Carlos Sainz started in P5 if I'm correct. He was the best of the rest. What the heck has gone on with that Ferrari? That is a car I cannot fathom. I cannot put two and two together. We're getting poles every weekend, and now we're getting this. Obviously, the poles, we know there was some, there's an asterisk besides that. But nonetheless, come on. I mean, give me something, Ferrari. Charles Leclerc finishing in 16. Were you just trying to match your seat number? What the heck is going on here? I need Ferrari to be back and serious. I need them to be battling with McLaren. But I tell you what, McLaren, they're going to leave you for dust. I think they're going to leave you for dust. And I'm liking the Ferrari. I never used to be a Ferrari guy, but listen, I'm starting to like them. And I'm like, is this the wrong time to like them or what? You guys have had a stinker. You need to get it together. The Austrian Grand Prix should be interesting, should be spicy. And I don't need to see you lot. I don't want to see any of you drivers in this bottom three again. And Charles, you know how much I love you, man. And Carlos, you're right. Number 1 though, ladies and gentlemen, what's the number 1 team that's going to show up on this weekend? Of course, it's going to be the Mercedes. Why? Not listening to both of their drivers. Both their drivers suggest something and you just turn a blind eye to it. And guess how you lost the race? Because you didn't listen to your drivers. Valtteri Bottas, of course, I know he's not the popular or the favourite here. I think his reputation probably preceded him here when he said, look, I think it's time to do a two-stop strategy. And the team were just like, yeah, you're Valtteri Bottas. I think you should just humble yourself and just stay on the side. When Lewis was complaining about his tyres, you would have thought maybe they're going to listen to him at least. And maybe just shove one of those for the two-stop strategy and just see how, you can balance the two and see which one actually worked well. They did neither. And instead, they've done a one-stop strategy when Red Bull were just out here chopping and changing and giving it the full beans, all the strategies. They pulled everything in the kitchen sink. They did everything they could to get this win. And boy, did they deserve the win at the end of the day. But Mercedes had the win in the palm of their hands. After Max Verstappen's mistake at the start of the race was in their hands. They could have done anything they could have, but Red Bull just quicker, just a bit sharper, and Mercedes didn't even respond. And then, the defending from Valtteri Bottas, holy smokes. Was that defending against Max Verstappen because it was a joke? I don't know what it was. I don't call that defending where I'm from. I've grown up on people like Tony Adams, Martin Keown, Steve Bold, Sol Campbell. That, ladies and gentlemen, was not defending, okay? That was a joke, okay? Like Perez when he let Max Verstappen through, that's called teamwork, okay? What did Martin Brundle say? I think Perez has left the stadium. That's how much space he gave Max Verstappen. He gave basically the equal amount of space, Mr. Valtteri Bottas, as what Sergio Perez did for Max Verstappen. Guys, Mercedes, I don't know what it is. You don't need to have a serious conversation and sit down and sort this mess out. Because you know what? You've lost the Constructors title. Don't even think about trying to claim for that now. You've now got to put all your eggs in the Lewis Hamilton basket. Forget Valtteri Bottas. He doesn't even want to be there anymore. He looks like a man who does not care. And I don't blame the guy to some degree. But nonetheless, Mercedes, you guys are getting shown up right now, isn't it? You're having to deal with two drivers at Red Bull, and now you're getting hotted up a little bit. So this is what it is. You're going to be in this bottom three, and I tell you what, man, I could end up seeing you here again at some stage of the season. Who knows? I do think Lewis Hamilton will still win the title nonetheless because it's a long, long marathon this season. But boy, Mercedes need to do something. Get it together. This is the mishaps, the mistakes that are going on left, right, and center. I had Lewis Hamilton in the bottom 3 last week for his calamitous error at Baku. But look, we need to sort yourselves out, okay? Now listen, I'm loving the entertainment. I'm loving the excitement. Red Bull at the front. It's just adding a bit of spice, you know? We like to mix it up. So, with that said, people, those are my bottom 3. Alpine, get another, just bring your old Renault from last year. Just do that, just might as well. Ferrari, I mean, what do I even say? What do I even say with Ferrari? And Mercedes, Mercedes, get your finger out. Those are my bottom 3 drivers from the French Grand Prix, rather the bottom 3 teams instead. I mean, this is an interesting one. Shout out to the French Grand Prix. Do you know why? Because it gave us a little bit of sauce, gave us a little bit of juice. Everybody was all downbeat about it, but I tell you what, it delivered pretty nice racing for me. No retirements as well, so we didn't need crashes to build up the excitement, but good racing nonetheless. A bit of tactics, you know, a bit of tactical nous is what we saw in display here, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Big up to the Pit Stop Fracas. I was on their podcast to review the French Grand Prix as a whole this weekend. So I'm going to link their video down below. I'm going to put it in the cards as well. Make sure to subscribe to their channel, like the video as well. Big up to the crew that are on there. We head on to Austria, to the Austrian Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to it. This is Red Bull Circuit. So let's see Wagwan for this weekend's Grand Prix. With that said, people, lights out.